Chapter 6. At home, there was a hole in the floor where Ernie's toilet had been. It was filled with new cement. The plywood screen had gone. Ernie's old gas fire had been taken away. There was just a big black square gap beneath the hearth. The floor was soaking wet, and it stank of disinfectant. Dad was filthy and wet and grinning. He took me to the middle of the wilderness. The toilet was standing there in the middle of the thistles and weeds. "Thought it'd make a nice garden seat for us," he said. The gas fire and the plywood were down by the garage door, but hadn't been taken inside yet. He looked at me and winked. "Come and see what I found." "Hold your nose." He led me to the garage door. He bent down and started to open a newspaper parcel. "Ready?" There were birds, 4 of them. "Found them behind the fire," he said. "Must have got stuck in the chimney and couldn't get out again." Could make out that 3 of them were pigeons because of their grey and white feathers, but the last one was completely black. This was the last one I found. It was beneath a heap of soot and dust and fallen into the chimney. "Is it a pigeon as well?" I asked. "Yeah, been there a long, long time, that's all." He took my hand. "Touch it," he said. "Feel it, go on, it's okay." I let him hold my fingers against the bird. It was hard as stone. Even the feathers were hard as stone. "Been there so long, it's nearly a fossil," he said. "It's really hard," I said. "That's right, hard as stone." I went and washed my hands in the kitchen. "Today was okay?" he asked. "Yeah, Leaky and Coop said they might come over on Sunday." "That's good. You managed the bus okay then?" I nodded. "Might be able to drive you there next week," he said, "once we're sorted out a bit." "It's okay," I said. "Mrs. Dando asked about the baby." "You said she was fine?" "Yeah, I did." "Good. Go and get some Coke and a sandwich or something. I'll make tea when the others come home." Then he went upstairs to have a bath. I looked down through the wilderness. I waited for ages, listening for Dad's bathwater banging its way through the pipes. I got the torch off the kitchen shelf. My hands were trembling. I went out, past Ernie's toilet, the fire and the dead pigeons. I stood at the garage door and switched the torch on. I took a deep breath and tiptoed inside. I felt the cobwebs and the dust, and I imagined that the whole thing would collapse. I could hear things scuttling and scratching. I edged past the rubbish and the ancient furniture, and my heart was thudding and thundering. I told myself I was being stupid. I told myself I'd been dreaming. I told myself I wouldn't see him again. But I did. Chapter 7. I leaned over the tea chests and shone the torch, and there he was. He hadn't moved. He opened his eyes and closed them again. "You again?" he said in a cracked, squeaky voice. "What are you doing here?" I whispered. He sighed, like he was sick to death of everything. "Nothing," he squeaked. "Nothing, nothing, and nothing." I watched a spider scrambling across his face. He caught it in his fingers and popped it in his mouth. "They're coming to clear the rubbish out," I said, "and the whole place could collapse." He sighed again. "Got an aspirin?" "An aspirin?" "Never mind." His face was pale as dry plaster. His black suit hung like a sack on his thin bones. My heart pounded. The dust was clogging my nostrils and throat. I chewed my lips and watched him. "You're not Ernie Myers, are you?" I said. "That old man, coughing his guts and spewing everywhere?" "No." "Sorry," I whispered. "What do you want?" he said. "Nothing." "You got an aspirin?" "No." "Thanks very much." "What will you do?" I said. "They'll clear the place out. It'll collapse." "Well..." "Nothing. Go away." I listened for noises from outside, listened for them calling for me. "You could come inside," I said. He laughed, but he didn't smile. "Go away," he whispered. He picked a blue bottle from the front of his suit and popped that in his mouth too. "Is there anything I could bring you?" I said. "An aspirin?" he squeaked. "Something you'd like to eat?" I said. 27 and 53. "What?" "Nothing. Go away. Go away." I backed out into the light. I brushed the dust and blue bottles off, cobwebs off. I looked up and saw Dad through the frosted glass of the black bathroom window. I could just hear him singing. "Are you the Noi boy here?" somebody said. I turned round. There was a girl. Her head was sticking over the top of the wall into the back lane. "Are you the Noi boy?" she repeated. "Yeah, I'm Mina." I stared at her. "Well," she said. "What?" She clicked her tongue and shook her head and said in a bored-sounding sing-song voice, "I'm Mina. You're?" "Michael," I said. "Good." Then she jumped back and I heard her in the lane. "Nice to meet you, Michael," she said through the wall, and then she ran away. 27 and 53. That's what I'd like to eat. Where do you think 2753 might come from? Maybe see if you can find anywhere where 27 and 53 might come from. More later. Bye.